Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a foundational yoga class. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Now, I just want to Happy New Year. Some people in person because I assume that they're taking class with me right now. Happy New Year to Ron and Nancy, and Mona and Robert. If you're joining us, thank you so much, and Samantha. Girl, the reason I shout out to these two girls because they share my post. And Samantha, I am so missing you. I miss you in the class. If you can join in, it will make my day. And Happy New Year to each and everybody else that, you making your new commitment or again a commitment and resolution and intention to take good care of your health. I don't mind how many times you try and you never get there yet, but you are trying, you're doing it again. I am so grateful. And I think one of the reasons that it's so hard to commit to things as a good, I feel like because we are so conditioned to withdraw ourselves from the thing we try and we want to accomplish and we failed. I say it this way because I watched a little clip on the YouTube of how most parents grow up their kids, and we want to discipline our kids, right? Me included. Like, I don't want my daughter to just run my life and destroy my house and punch my face, do things like that without the consequences. However, the thing is, we have to do that within the foundation of love. We cannot just, you break a glass or you punch your little sister, so go into the corner. And we as a parent decided then, because we want to discipline our kids by telling them not to do that again, we put them into a spot that is time out, and we pretty much withdraw our love from them. And that, to me, is an unhealthy thing to do to oneself and to one another. And you know what? If you grow up in a household like that, it already become who you are. And to undo that, it will take time. And no matter what, I would love you to try and keep doing to take the time to unlearn that. It doesn't feel good when the people that love you just decide to be emotional, unavailable, just because I behave this way. And in a way, they tell us that I need to behave this way, so then I will be loved again. Then I will be a part of the group again. Then I belong again. That is what conditioned love or conditioned effort mean. And what that does is it makes one person become unhealthy toward themselves. That's why every time when you didn't show up for your class, when you have an excuses to not come to the class, when you have achy, when you have bad days, then those pile up. You just then you choose to take yourself away from yourself. You become unavailable to yourself. And when that happens, what happens next is just go down deeper into the dark hole. And by the time you know it, you take yourself into a place that, I'm not eating healthy again. I'm not doing the right thing again, because you feel like you just self-sabotage and self-destructed yourself because of it. If you have your resolution, your intention, and your commitment, please do it this way. Unconditioned support yourself. Be unconditional. Be in the unconditional love toward yourself. Because within this 365 days, minus 3 already, You are going to face those challenges in your life. You're going to wake up in a day that you just don't want to do it. You're going to wake up one day and you're just like, I'm too old. Oh man, this hamstring, I will never be able to stretch them like I want it to be. So why doing it? I mean, you're going to run into that kind of emotion, but I want you to love yourself no matter what. Because the love will help you, will propel you to come back into the class, will propel you to come back to do the right thing again. Don't be unavailable to yourself. So go back to a mom and a dad, that's including me. When we want to discipline our kid, please don't become unavailable. We have to love them as a whole so we can become a whole human being. We are good and bad and beautiful and ugly, and everything about us are okay, and we have to love them. We have to know how to be with them, how to nourishing them, how to pamper and give the space when we frustrated and we are not happy, and when we feel angry and we have this envy. We have to understand how to be with those emotions for oneself so that we can get ourselves away from that and have less of that and more of happiness, more of compassionate, more of love toward oneself and one another. Okay, I want to speak a little bit more. This class is also a fundraising class. So once again, take this class however that is fit your situation. You take the whole class, take some of the class, donate for the class. If you can donate for the class, you can share, you can talk about the class, you can like, or you can just take the class with an open heart and send a good vibe to me. It's good. I am happy when you shoot what's right to your situation. Having said that, close your eyes, please. Breathe deeply in and out through your nose. May the inhalation allow you to remember to expand, to make room for your whole self. And when you exhale, let go of your expectation. Let go of the control. Let go of the conditioned effort. And when you inhale again, embrace everything that is a part of who you are, of your journey. We have so many days ahead of us, and you can be sure that you're going to run into challenge. You're going to run into the moment that you fall flat on your face, that you don't show up the way you want it to be, that you are not the superpower mom and father, you are not perfect. Love yourself anyway. Don't self-sabotage. Don't judge. Don't become unavailable to yourself. Your whole self, good, bad, beautiful, and ugly, have value. They're there to support you. They're there to teach you. They're there. They're you. slow down the breath and make it even in and out through your nose. Remember to travel away from your thoughts into your body, into this moment, into the now. Into this unconditional space that everything about you is held, is love, is value. Join your hands together. You bring your lotus flower to your third eye, and we are going to chant Om 3 times together, please. Couldn't find it. Take a deep breath in, please. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale. And you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. Would you mindfully get yourself onto your feet, please? I'm just laughing because one of the notes is getting like stuck and it just want to be heard. I'm trying to like fix it, but it's not happening. Now, when you're on your feet, so we are going to warm up. If you know how to warm up, please do anything that is fit your body right now. I just want to let you know that for any one of you who needs some guidance, like you have your neck, like you can circle your neck, you can work your shoulder, twist your body, wrist and ankle. Like you can do them in whatever order that it's work with the body. You can go from top to bottom. I'm not being specific right now. Yeah. Take the arm, hit cell. One thing I want you to be mindful of, no matter where your feet are, wide or narrow, try not to turn your feet out and push your hip forward, okay? Make them parallel and move your hip back slightly. Keep breathing. Work into our main joints in the body. I think I did my wrist. I go back to my wrist and my ankles again because they are really like talking to me. Interesting thing is that, I have a lot of tensions here, and when these tight, it goes also go down into my wrist. You know why? Because the muscles are connected. So sometimes when you feel pain in one area, you might have to fix a problem someplace else. Try to do some side stretch, add that in. That would be great. Twist the body, get into the back muscles. You can even, elongate your spine up and down. It doesn't feel as great as being on the floor, but it's there. You can do some, of course. It's a different feeling. Yeah. Oh. You work your hip joint as well. It will be much more easier if you have a wall, because you have to balance on one leg and you circle your hips like in two directions. Can you balance on your own legs? Of course. Get the leg kicked off. This also feels good. Keep going, keep going. I will take over soon, don't worry. Oh, yeah. Please have your props nearby, and you have to learn how to work with them while you're doing poses, because they have to go front and back, in and out, right? Please come and join me. We're gonna go to the top of the mat. Those blocks would be great if we put on either side of the mat. There. And we're gonna go from here to high lunge, and we're gonna use the high lunge to kind of warm up the hip flexor. So you balance on your left leg. Let's balance on your right leg first. Right foot points straight forward, and you move your left leg back. Now you have to be careful because balance can be an issue for some of you. You soften your knee and you kind of step the left leg back, and then you can heel toe it, go as far as and then when you have the width that it works for your body, exhale, you lunge. Inhale, you lift the heart. You don't have to do as much at first, but you can increase the intensity with each breath you take, right? You can still, I have to still circle my shoulder. So I have to learn to move the body with the breath. Know that exhale, you work your legs. Inhale, you work your spine and opening your heart at the same time. Core is in. Next, exhale, get your chest forward and to the floor. We need some height. That's why those blocks are going to be really helpful. And then you pivot to the left. And you make your feet parallel toward one another. Hug your chins in, put your thighs out. And here you are. You extend your hips back and chest forward, and you try to go toward the floor. And you do your jellyfish move. If you're really tight, make your block higher. Inhale, you move away from the stretch. Exhale, you move into the stretch. Work your legs more than your arms, okay? Keep hugging your chins in and keep pushing your thighs apart. One more here. And then you bend your knees, and then we turn to the back of the mat. Then we can hit the hip flexor on the other side. Hug your thighs in, engage your core. Push your feet into the ground, and you come upright with the body. And when exhale, you lunge. Now, when I say lunge, you also have to work the back leg as well. Inhale, lift the heart, neck nice and long. You see I'm shaking my shoulder. It's really work. I mean, as I tell you, when you get to know your body, you're just like, oh my God, I still have to do something. Why I am doing something. As long as you get your chest open, you can do anything with your arms, but you really have to be in control with your legs because it's not like 100% stable, right? Two more breaths. Last one. And hands come down to the blocks. I know it's a strong pose. I know. Pivot to the right. Heels turn in, toe turns out. Why don't we get into the hip stretch here? Skandasana. So you go from left to right. Once again, if you're tight, when I say tight, it means that when you go toward the floor, you round too much, come off from the ground then, and you have to hold your thighs. But please know that this is not as stable as when you have hands on blocks, okay? Because we have 4 spots on the ground here. But you have to do what's right for your lower back at first. You don't want it to stay compressed and rounded in the lower part of the back, yeah? For us who are a little bit more open, we can go into the blocks and keep the spine nice and long and move. Remember that when your leg is bent, make sure your knee stay over the ankle. And go into the side that your right knee is bent. When you're there, then we're gonna pivot to the right and facing the front of the mat. Square the hip. Get your left knee on the floor, your right leg straight. Use the blanket if you have to. And we are in the runner stretch. Right foot, heels down, toes up. Your hamstring stretch is here. Inhale, elongate the spine. The first one, exhale, see how it feels. And you do this jellyfish dance with your breathing. Okay? Move away from the stretch when you inhale, and when you exhale, you move in and get a little deeper. Oh my God, it is intense. And the height, it will depend on how tight your hamstrings are. Keep in mind that you want to keep your lower back lengthening, okay? How do you keeping your lower back lengthening so you feel like you are like pulling the crown of your head away from your belly, so your spine should elongate from that action with no tension in your jaw. One more breath here. And when you inhale, you move away from the stretch so we can move the body part. Right foot coming in, plant it down. Left hand on the floor flat, or you can make a fist or block will help when you're tight. And we are going to turn the body open toward the right side of the house. So you heel toe, you kind of pivot the body, and then when you can lift your right leg, you lift. And right arms overhead. We do 3 circles here with the shoulder. And 2. Do it again, why not? 3. Switch side. 1, 2, 3. Nice and long spine. Exhale. Inhale, breathe into your back. Turn your body a little bit toward the floor. Exhale, turn your heart toward the sky slightly. And once again, inhale, breathe. Exhale, opening the front body. One more. And exhale. From there, we're facing the floor and chest facing forward, and we thread the needle. right hand under the left, please. If you don't like the feeling of thread the needle this way, you can also sit up and use your left hand to pull your right arms across. That is the same action. With the floor, you get more because you have weight on it. Right? It doesn't mean it's good for everybody. You can have the weight onto your heel. Oh my God, it is so tight. I cannot talk for a second. Breathe. Or you can have your hips over the knee and lengthening your left hip back. This is going to be getting to your back muscles. Such a different stretch, but they both are good. I know that I need this more than the other because my neck muscles are tight, and when you pull the scapula away, it helps to relax the muscle around the neck in one direction because they're more. Couple more breaths here. And carefully, you take your child's pose with your arms alongside the ears. Spread your finger. We're going to move into cow and back to child's pose, okay? And you are going to do cat pose, which means you round your back in between. So when you're ready, inhale, round your back up. At the end, arch your back. Exhale, round your back up and move away from your wrist toward your heels and repeat. Keep going, please. Do it as slow and as fast as your body needs. Your wrists are going to talk to you a lot if you have a lot of tension and stiffness in that area, and you should move into that space gradually. Okay. 3 more. And you come up onto your hands and knees, and we get our left leg forward and target our left hamstrings muscles. Yeah. Heels down, toes up, hips square toward the front of the mat. We really need to keep the hips square the best we can. Hug the thighs in, elongate the spines, inhale. Exhale, bow and stretch the hamstrings muscles. Okay. Inhale, move away from it. Exhale, go into it. Excuse me. And you adjust your height accordingly. You listen, right? Listen to your muscles, be there with it. You can go deeper, you can't, then you don't go as deep. Just make sure that you stretch the muscles. One more breath. And move up and away from your left leg. Drag it in until you can plant it. Right hand onto the floor, on the block if you need height, and turn your body to the left. Heel toe, your left foot back. And when you're ready to lift, lift it. Body turn open to the left. Left arms overhead, 3 circle. With that left shoulder, 2, 3. Change direction. 1, And then elongate the body. Exhale. Inhale, turn your body slightly to the floor. You kind of round. And then opening and stretch and elongate the spine. Repeat. You can have your hand, the back of the head. Oh my God, it is tight, tight, tight. And then carefully come down toward the floor. Thread the needle, left hand under. Oh, wow. And carefully, we go to our child's pose. Once again, please. Forehead onto the floor. Connect back with the breath. Remember to be there for yourself and for your whole self. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees, and exhale, make a circle with the spine. Pick one direction first. Three more here. Other side, please. And we do three more. And you stop in the center. Let's lift the left leg, no, right leg and left arms off the floor. Inhale, elbow and the knee beneath the belly. Round your back up to the sky the best you can. Exhale, extend. Two more. You cannot move like this. You can stay still. Left hand down, turn your body open to the right side of the house again and elongate the right side body. One more breath. And we exhale, turn the chest toward the floor and forward. We move the right leg to go to the front and move it to the right, diagonal, your right foot to the right. Our lizard pose is here. Body goes to the left. Remember, we keep the right knee over the ankle. Hip is moving back, chest is moving forward. Each exhale, we do the stretch once again. You do your jellyfish dance toward the floor. Now, the trick is when you start to feel more open, you know, the movement of your dance will become less and less obvious. But if you like to keep it always, you know, be my guest and enjoy that. Of course, your practice. Inhale, move up and away from the floor, and we are going to hit the hamstrings muscle once again. But here we're going to go into our pyramid pose. Right? So we prop our body just like we do the lunge stretch. But what we are going to do is, the difference is we just going to be on our feet. And then stand a little shorter than the high lunge. Left foot go 11 o'clock, right foot 12 o'clock, and then hug the thighs in, elongate the spine. Remember, if you need a lot of height, you have to move carefully. Okay. Maybe you soften your jaw first and then stack the block if you have to, and then bring it like to the height that you need. And then square the hip, elongate the spine, don't lock your knees, just work the muscles, and then exhale to the floor. Now, if you have wall nearby, you can put your hands on the wall as well, because you need more height, and that will be awesome. Just try to, challenge the muscles. We want to expand their range of motion, so we have to challenge them, of course, respectfully. You don't ask so fast, so soon. The muscle will rebel, is that it? They're not going to let you do it. Then they're just going to become kind of end up hurting. And you carefully from here, you bend both knees. We're going to go forward, and you're going to cross your left leg behind your right leg. Okay. Keep your knees bent at first, and you cross your feet, and you once again stack the block, find the height, and make sure that you're stable. Okay. Keep your knees bent so you can be on your feet at first, and then when you're ready to stretch, so straighten the leg, elongate the spine, and then you just get your body closer to the floor, one breath at a time. Yeah. One more breath. Bend your knees deep. We meet back in child's pose, please. So left leg back, knee down, right leg back, knees down. And bring your foreheads onto the floor. Breathe. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to go back to downward facing dog from here. Tuck your toes under. Get your knees off from the ground, feet hip distance apart or even wider. And then exhale, push your chest back toward your feet. Please move around in this pose. There are about 3 ways you can do it. You can choose to pedal the knee. Now, keep sending your chest back toward your feet. If you feel like you are so much on your wrist, like so much weight on your wrist, maybe bend your knees a lot. You're going to be able to shift the weight back easier. And you may have to keep your knees bent for now. So what can you do when your knees bend? You can sway your hips side to side. Yeah. The other action that's so hard to do, but is so good to do, is to bend your elbows slightly and you lift your armpit up and away from the floor. You go toward your ear, you upside down. Yeah. And you're going to feel your shoulder blades squeeze toward one another. And when you have that, push your weight back again toward your feet. And then you repeat that. Lift the armpit, squeeze your shoulder blade, exhale, push. Child's pose, please. I know it's a lot of work. Relax your jaw, relax your eyes. We go back to our hands and knees, and this time we do left leg off from the floor and right hands off from the floor and extend them away from one another. Inhale, go beneath your belly. Exhale, extend. 2 more. And then right hands down, left leg down, turn your body open to the left, Long left side body. Inhale once again. Exhale, elongate. Facing the floor. Chest forward. Left leg go forward and to the left. Body diagonal to the right. Left knee over the ankle. Your lizard pose is here. Here we go. Chest go to the ground. One more breath, please. And inhale, move up and away from the floor. We are going to go into our pyramid pose. So left foot in the front, right legs in the back. Come onto your feet. Stand a little shorter. Yeah. Right foot go 1 o'clock. Left foot at 12. Square the hip, elongate the spine. Hug your thigh. Exhale, bow. Core is lifted. Remember that the hamstring will make your lower back compress. So if you cannot elongate the spine, when you stretch the hamstring, you need to get away from that. You need to find the height that you can feel that you pull your chest away from the hip, like pull the crown of your head away from the hip. That's going to help your lower back elongate. You need that action first. And do it in a way that you're not tense up your neck and your shoulder, okay? Carefully bend both knees, go forward, cross your right leg behind your left leg. Cross leg Uttanasana, and you go, find the height and just each exhale go down toward the floor. Couple more breaths here. And child's pose, please. We go from here to our forearm plank pose. Let's build our muscles around our lower back and the front here. Remember that you can be on your toes, straight legs, or knees on the floor. Now your hand, you can create a triangle shape, or you can make your forearms parallel toward one another. Either way is good. Once again, don't let the tension build up around your neck and your shoulder so much. So find the challenges, work for your body, and rest anytime when you have to. Give me one more breath, please. And go all the way down to the floor. From here, you are going to extend your left hand out to the left with your palm facing down. Your right hand come closer to the chest and you turn your body open while you are on the floor right here to the right side of the house. That's going to help you stretch your left pec major muscles right here. Know that the more you can turn your chest open, the more stretch you are going to feel it. Oh my God, I just did yoga yesterday. Today I feel like 10 times tighter. Interesting. And your legs, you can do anything with them. Just know that like if you bend both knees, like your legs gonna be a little bit more forward. You can feel when you position your legs like that, your chest kind of go to the floor a little bit and make the stretch a little less. For some of you that's already have a lot of opening, you can feel that. And that will be good for us who are tight. And carefully, we switch to the other side, please. Don't be afraid. So you extend your right arms out to the right at your shoulder height, palm facing down. Your head's on the floor, and you get your left hand in so you can help yourself to push yourself open. Right? So that is important. So whatever you can do with the leg that it feels good, right? You find the spot for it. Be mindful. Be mindful with your choice. Make sure that is enhancing and supporting, is not hurting and harming you in any way. Or if you don't know the differences, you may have to experience them and know. That's life, right? And facing the floor. I'm gonna do more poses on the ground. Why not? Since we are already here. So right here, let's stretch the hip flexor. And it might not be okay for some. Some of you may have a hard time to do this, okay? So you have your right forearms parallel to the chest, right leg straight. Bend your left knee, hold the foot. Right here is a challenge. Some of you may have a problem to hold the foot with the hands. Use a strap, then grab it, and then pull it. Point the knees back and get that foot toward the floor. Yeah, there. And when you do that, make sure that you are not pushing your left shoulder toward the ground, okay? This is not healthy. So you want your shoulder to go up and go back and go in. Like you tuck your wing in toward your spine. That's going to keep your rotator cuff muscles healthy and happy. You can also stay really low, close to the floor. This is going to be less intense of the stretch. Other side, please. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna not use a strap. Be careful to like turn your body open and grab the foot. If you don't have a lot of mobility and flexibility, you have to give yourself a big range of motion so the joints are not getting hurt. And let go. Locust pose. Arm go out by your side, palm facing away, leg straight back. Inhale, lift, arm, chest, leg off from the floor. Exhale, slightly let go, not all the way. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. 3 more. When you lift your leg, make sure that you don't rotate your legs outwardly. Okay, you don't want your toes to come to meet. You want 5 toes to facing the ground. Give me last one, please. And go, exhale to the floor. Stack your hands, rest your foreheads on them, and breathe. Cobra Pose. Hand either side of your chest. Get them wide. If you're tight, come high in your fingertips. Even you can have them closer. If you're open, wherever you are, make sure that you can draw your shoulder blade up and together onto your back. And keep your toes pressing into the floor. And then with the inhalation, you add height. Core engage. Exhale, you relax slightly. And then inhale, you add height. And you can go higher or not. And exhale, let go slightly. Keep going. Now, the higher you go, the more engaged of your core. You have to do it because your lower back will be in the place of less compressed. Okay. 3 more breaths. Try to elongate your spine upward and away from the hips. I know it's a lot of work, so don't try to ask a lot all at once, okay? Last breath. Exhale down. And stack the hand and relax your forehead on them. And carefully, you're gonna lie on your side. We're still on the floor and facing the camera. Right, and watch me first. Now, this is what I want you to do. You bring your arms over your head. You can touch your palm if you can. If your shoulders are tight, you're probably not going to be able to do it. So you can have your arms wide and your feet together. And when you're ready, you lift your legs and you lift your arm and you try to lie sideways the best you can. Okay? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Come onto your forearms on the floor and stack the legs or have 1 foot knees bent and you do forearm side plank instead. Okay? Ready? I'm not ready yet. This one is called fish pose. You're gonna see, you're gonna swim sideways. Your body just keep moving. Here we go. And breathe. It's not a lot of lift. You just feel like you try to make a V shape with your body sideways, but it's not that V. It's a very wide V. And come down. Other side, please. And lift. Whoa. Or do forearm side plank, right? And come down. How about lie onto your back? Oh, that feels good. Feet to the floor, knees bent, arms wide open. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. And bring your knees back up center. Draw them together toward your chest. Circle your knees apart. Let them meet. Bring them back. Repeat. Other side, please. happy baby. So feet go up to the sky, knee wider than your trunk, bend your knees, hold your feet with the hand or use a strap, and kick your feet into your hands slightly. Feel the resistance, feel the firmness in your legs muscles. You can be still or you can rock your hips side to side right here. Try to use the floor to benefit our practice since we are already here. And then why don't we do bicycle core exercise here? Opposite elbow to opposite knee, 12 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come down, bridge pose, please. Feet hip distance apart, knees bend. Push down to the floor and then push the floor away from you. Get your shoulders under. Make sure your throat has room. Breathe. This is a Cobra Pose, but it's a different angle. So it uses different muscles. So what I'm trying to tell you is that try to get your wings underneath that chest the best you can. And some of you may have to have your arms wide open, okay? And your quads are burning because we're using them. Next, exhale, come down to the floor bit by bit. And you go feet together, knees apart, extend your arms over your head, Supta Baddha Konasana. With the spine lengthening, and you can drop your knees side to side. And carefully bring your knees back up together. Palm facing down, extend the arm toward the hip, sit on your palm. It's going to be on the thumb size of the palm, and you get your legs up toward the ceiling. And you're going to press your palm to the floor, kick your legs up slightly, lift your hip up on the floor. You don't need much. And we do 8 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay here. Exhale, extend your feet away from you. Go as far as you can go. Keep your shoulder blades onto the floor. Inhale, come up. Like you're gonna go as far as your shoulder blades can be on the ground. Okay, exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Extend. Inhale, come up. 2 more. Remember, if you start to get tired, you can just, do less. And inhale, come up. Last one. And inhale, come up. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Drop your knees to the right. Left shoulders on the floor. Breathe. And exhale, let it go. Come up, inhale. Other side, please. Keep your knees where they are. Turn your body toward that direction. Put yourself up and away from the floor. And open your legs apart. Upavistha Konasana. Ground your legs down. And we are going to stretch the muscles wherever you are. So your job is, once again, keep your spine elongated. That is important. And then The stretch is to get the body toward the floor as far as it can go, right? As far as your muscle feel the stretch and you can handle the stretch. Once again, you do it gradually. Three more breaths here. Inhale, come up and away from the floor, right arms overhead, or hold the back of the head, exhale, stretch sideways to the left. Your left hand, you can press it on the thigh, you can use a strap, hold the foot, right, pull yourself toward that direction. You can even do, some of you love to do it this way as well, like use the opposite hand and pull yourself toward the legs. You have to feel your shoulders and the comfort of the stretching. Yeah. You can hold the foot with the bottom hand, come up, inhale, other side, please. Then carefully come up and away from the floor. Get your legs together. Take yourself onto your hands and knees. Step your right leg forward between the hands. Right forearms on the thighs. Get your left knees off from the floor. Huh? Am I supposed to go up again? Yeah. 90 degrees with the long side edge of the mat. I use a block if you need to. Warrior two. Foundation first. Front heel, back arch. Hips back, core in, elongate the spine. Exhale, extend through the bone of your legs. Inhale, draw the energy in and feel like you feel lifted. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Stretch your right leg. Exhale, extend your body forward, Trikonasana. Turn your arms up and down and you diagonal your body toward the ceiling. And exhale, extend your body forward, right? Inhale, you move away from it. This is a lot of leg works. Couple more breaths. Don't lock your knees, please. I know it's not easy. And next, exhale, bend your right knee, extend side angle, left forearms, right forearms on the thighs, left arms overhead. Sorry for missing left and right, I know. And exhale, go toward the floor. We keep that energy going. So you step your right foot back, the left leg forward. I'm going to turn to the other side so I can keep facing the camera. Left forearms on the thighs, right leg come off the floor. Ground it down, come up, right warrior two. Left heel in line with your right arch. Hips stay back, core is in, elongate the spine. Exhale, lunge, work both legs. Inhale, lift the heart. Lift the spine, exhale, extend. And you dance with your breath. One more breath. Stretch your left leg, inhale. Exhale, extend your body forward. You're gonna hit the end point and then windmill the arms up and down. Turn your heart toward the ceiling. Exhale, extend your body, strong legs. Inhale, move away from it. Exhale, extend your body sideways to the left. Move with the breath. Couple more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee. Left forearms on the thighs. Extend side angle. Right arms overhead. And carefully, you go toward the floor. And have your right knees on the ground. Breathe here. Carefully, tuck your right toes under, get your right knees off on the floor. You may have to grab the blocks. And you pivot to the right. And you turn your heels in, turn your toes out, bend your knees, climb up the thigh, goddess pose. Extend your knees away from one another, lift the heart. Extend the knees, lift the heart, arms out. One more breath. Next inhalation, push into your feet, come up standing. Carefully turn your feet in. And then get your feet under the hip. And stand nice and tall. Feet hip distance apart. Shake the body part, circle the body part, whatever that's work the neck. And keep pushing you. It feels like it's supposed to be Shavasana, not a long time ago, and then we just keep moving. I know. I need to get your heart pumping a little bit before I get you to rest. That's gonna feel really good. Now from here, we're gonna do figure 4. You stand with your right ankle above the left knee. Sit, hips back, chest forward. Now, if you feel like you want to get away from being on your feet, okay, don't do that. Find the wall or just stand on your feet because you're gonna do 3 poses after this. So you have to come back up and be on your feet anyway. So just stay on your feet, okay? Right ankle above your left knee. Sit down, sit back. Right shins parallel to the chest. Extend your heart forward. Go as low as you can. If you can balance without the wall, it's good. If you cannot, it's also good. Go low and go as low as you can feel the stretch. And once again, the lower you go, the more stretch you are going to feel it. Carefully push into your feet, come up standing. Other side, please. Left ankle is above the right knee. Remember that the ankle itself is not on the right leg. The ankle is free, so you kind of go in a little bit toward your thighs. Okay? Not the thigh, the shin, sorry. Hips back, chest forward. I start to lose it. Couple more breaths here. Last breath. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. Swing the body side to side. And 3 poses, please. Balance in your left leg. Left foot point straight forward. Right foot turn out, hug in. Lift your right leg off on the floor. Find the height that's work for you. Remember, don't push it into the knee, okay? Shin or on the ground or thighs. And when you have that, hug both legs energetically, evenly into the center. I need to remind your body to do this action. I just received a news from a close friend that have an accident from falling. I mean, if you live in this part of America, ice is such a scary thing, and you have to let the body learn to kind of help itself, so we don't fall. I just like falling is not. I never know that the falling can be so dangerous. Now I know. Change size, please. So that's why we do tree pose. Hug the legs. I didn't do anything with the arms. Why is that? Because you can do whatever you want with the arms. What more important is, once again, your foundation and energetically you feel grounded. When you ground, you lift the heart, and you actually choose challenging yourself. So when the challenge comes and you let the body kind of learn how to deal with it, automatically it will learn how to help itself. Right? We don't want to go into that perfect place, and we never get a chance to let the body be challenged at all. Then when we run into the challenge, then we don't know what to do. And come down. How is that? I actually can ask you to do Shavasana right now. Yeah. So find yourself to come onto the floor, right? You prep. This is a good thing about standing. Now you can prep yourself to do Shavasana however you like. You can go onto the wall, or you know what? I'm going to show you something. If you have a blanket, this is one thing you can do, and it feels so good. You can open your blanket like that, and then you fold your blanket. I call it an accordion fold, which means you go 1/4 into the blanket, and you let it fall towards you, and then you fold there. And whatever left, you go under. As you can see, it's make this like a accordion things there. That's why it's called accordion fold. This is good for the spine. Everybody love it. When I introduce this into a intro to yoga class. Yeah. And when you have that, you sit in front of it, not on top. Okay. Watch first. And you lie down, and you get your hands underneath the blanket. Lift the blanket into the back of the knee, curl your head back, and it's going to create this pillow that's supporting the neck. And with that little lift of the spine, it's going to keep your chest open and drop your shoulder to the floor. Oh man, it feels so yummy. And your leg can be straight. You can do feet together, knees apart, and if your knee doesn't like to be open so much, like you can put the block on either side of the knee. Oh my God, it feels so good. I give you one option. I'm about to tell I'm gone. So find your Shavasana, please. Classic Shavasana. If you have lower back problem, remember, prop your knees higher and have your knees, because when your legs are bent and your legs are not straight, it relaxes the muscle on the very low part of the spine. Now your lower back doesn't have to work hard to carry itself anymore. And then you rest. Here we go. You exhale fully and let the body drop. Your shoulders heavy. Your arms are heavy. You relax your palms and your fingers. that the earth supports you and you are doing nothing else. Relax your legs. Relax your toes. And you feel the space inside expand and have lots of room for everything that is you. And may you love yourself wholly. May you look at the bad and the ugly part of yourself with the tender eyes and a loving heart. Remember that you are just a human being. Sometimes you fall. Sometimes you fail. Sometimes you don't show up the way you wish you can. Love yourself no matter what. And take a little time or more for your Shavasana, everybody. Hope to see you next week. Namaste.